Good morning and welcome to the Motivational Devotional, where we are merging motivation and spirituality to create a daily dose of confident positivity. I hope that this morning's podcast will help you to be more spiritually and positively motivated so that you can transform your day. Hey, how well did you do in third grade Insight class? Don't remember that one? Well, how about seventh grade Insight class? No? Did you take a class on Insight your senior year? Yeah, me neither. That's because Insight isn't something taught in school. I guess there are good reasons. I mean, how would you give a test that gauges insight? It would have to be highly individualized, and schools aren't geared that way. Also, although our culture highly values people who have keen insight, we don't place much value on developing insight. It's as if we are expected to either have it or not. Insight is a skill that can be learned, although it is difficult and very difficult for some people. Even though it can be learned, it may not be possible for it to be taught. Learning insight, at least as far as the insight I myself have learned, begins with opening ourselves to seeing what is unseen or unnoticed. It requires being more aware of what is going on around us. It involves seeing new connections that we previously overlooked. To teach such a practice would mean the teacher would have to already see and be aware of all those things, and then a standardized curriculum would have to be written, and that would just make it unworkable, I would think. So we must instead rely on our own instincts and learn to trust whether we are developing insight or not. When asked about a list of personal values, Deepak Chopra gave such a list, and he said that insight was perhaps the most important, because without insight, the other great qualities are often left unused. Insight is that part of our awareness that incorporates and integrates pieces of life that may seem unrelated. Insight gives a person the ability to see how things connect. That's what helps inventors invent, and it helps doctors connect lab results with symptoms, with their knowledge of diseases and disorders, to be able to properly diagnose a patient. Insight gives a teacher the ability to see why a student is not learning the typical way, and connects them with another learning method so that they can be successful with their education. Insight gives a coach an understanding of why his or her team isn't winning and what the other team is doing to outperform them, and then come up with new strategies to be competitive. Insight gives a business leader the vision for understanding how to connect consumers with their solutions. Parents need to have insight to know when their kids really need them and when the answer of fine isn't really fine. And the same goes for spouses and adult children who need insight when talking with elderly parents. Insight lets us find relationships between people and their skills, matching up what previously seemed dissimilar. Do not think that you don't have insight. Everyone has it. But like our muscles, insight grows stronger with use and with exercise. Now, this is something I've come to see with my own insight over the years, which is that insight exists in the spiritual dimension of ourselves and opens us to the guidance of spirit. You don't have to be aware of that to have and use insight, but being aware of that will help you develop your insight to new levels. Walking a spiritual path strengthens our insight, and using our insight deepens the spiritual journey. If we want to be more successful during the waking hours of the day, we need to develop stronger insight. If we want to have stronger insight, we need to open ourselves to a deeper spiritual journey. One thing is clear, which is that the more you develop your insight, the more you will see that all of creation is conspiring in your favor. Trust that the universe always has your back. Deepak Chopra once said, "Enlightened leadership is spiritual if we understand spirituality not as some kind of religious dogma or ideology, but as the domain of awareness, where we experience values like truth, goodness, beauty, love, and compassion, and also intuition, creativity, insight, and focused attention." Thank you for taking the time to listen today. Please help keep this podcast going by following the Motivational Devotional Facebook page, following @Threefold Way Radio on Twitter, and sharing the written format of today's message from motivational-devotional.com on your social media. I am deeply grateful for your support, and thank you for letting Motivational Devotional be part of your journey. Peace out. See you tomorrow.
Inspirational and Emotional is a production of Threefold Way Radio, LLC.